Gloucester City Homes is one of the major providers of social housing and support services for older people living in the City of Gloucester. When the SP team consulted us on the future funding options for housing related support for older people, we went with what we felt was a good fit for Gloucester City Homes, the community asset model, as this reflects the way we're already working in the heart of our communities. We believe that the model works to our strengths. We have 10 shelter schemes spread across Gloucester. We're committed to and have a successful track record of working with our communities and neighbourhoods through direct funding, support and shared events. We're committed to providing high quality training, development opportunities for our staff and our tenants.
My role as a wellbeing support officer combines my responsibilities here at Clapham Court with my work out in the community. Tenants of Clapham Court benefit from having a scheme manager on site that they can get face-to-face, person-centred information and services direct to them. Taking it out in the community means that the tenants don't have to live in a sheltered housing scheme to benefit from that kind of service. We will go and visit them in their own homes, and we will assess how they need help, how they need assistance, and what we can do to help them. Recently, I sent out over 150 letters to people aged 55 and over in the Kingsholm and Westgate area. The response I got, I was completely overwhelmed with. I couldn't believe how many people responded in such a short amount of time. A lot of them was just one-off queries and questions, but some people are going to be more long-term support.
I required assistance mainly for getting in and out of the shower. Because my shower is above my bath, with the damage to my knee, I could not get in with one leg without holding on to something. So I used to stand on a little stool, the towel rail rather, and climb in that way, which wasn't very good. So I got hold of Becky from the Clapham office. She paid me a visit and said I wasn't very good, and arranged to have a handrail fitted for me, which was done within a few days, and it's made a hell of a difference.
I've recently been visiting one gentleman who had previous support workers that didn't work out. So when I got to him, he'd had no support for 6 months. I went through his post with him. We found that his health checks and things had been over 6 months out of date. He'd not had a shower for nearly 7 years because he was too scared to get in the shower alone. So I helped him sort out that, made appointments, and we got the occupational therapist involved, and they brought in the reablement team who went and helped him with the shower for about 5 times, and now he's doing it all independently. He's a lot happier. He got new glasses and new hearing aids, so he's doing really well.
My name is Sally Ashford, and I'm the Wellbeing Coordinator at Badger Vale Court, and it's my job to plan and put on the activities for the residents living here and those over 55 in the wider community, focusing on the health and well-being of all. Get there. You're better than me.
You keep lying when you ought to be truthing. And you keep losing when you're all enough bets. In the office.
Where we had over 70 residents enjoying the evening, not only from inside but many from outside. I work very closely with my wellbeing support officer of Holford House to promote all of these activities going on at Badger Vale.
My name's Barry, and I run the entertainment side of Gloucester City Homes sheltered accommodation, and they provided me with the money to go and buy all top of the range sound equipment, portable sound equipment, that is easy enough to put into a car to take it out to other schemes and do what we're doing here today, which is a sing-along afternoon. And I'll tell you what, it's absolutely brilliant because several people within the scheme suffer from either dementia or Alzheimer's. And this old music, you know, the Daisy Daisy sort of music, their long-term memory is so good, and suddenly it transports them back to their younger days, and they seem to remember all of the words to these songs, and you can see them moving around with their arms and singing away, and it's absolutely marvellous to see those people who normally, well, you know what dementia is. I mean, we've had people who've never spoken to each other before actually getting together and talking with each other. We've had people who come to a couple of the race afternoons that we do. When one of them hasn't turned up, they care. They go down and they knock on the door and they make sure that that person is all right and probably bring them back. People that have never met each other before, it actually looks as though they've known each other all their lives. They're all singing along, and there's a fantastic atmosphere in there. And that's what I try and aim to do. Bring people closer together, bring people to care for each other, get people out where they wouldn't normally come on out of their homes.
Delivering the contract has meant developing our service from a traditional sheltered housing model. To support this, we reviewed our staff structure, creating 2 new roles of wellbeing coordinator to manage the wellbeing centres or hubs, and wellbeing support officer to provide the outreach support service. The centres had different backgrounds in terms of their use in the wider community, but this is now firmly established on 4 of the 5 schemes. We've identified 6 separate strands to our health and wellbeing offer and worked in partnership with tenants and other agencies to run activities. The strands are Be Active, promoting physical activity; Learning, promoting adult education opportunities; Be Relaxed, promoting holistic therapies; Be Social, promoting opportunities for people to come together, including around food; Be Connected, working in the wider community with other agencies; and Be Creative, including arts and crafts.
We have a supported housing team that is highly experienced, committed and enthusiastic. We are committed to and have a really successful track record of working with local partners. We have extensive experience of working with residents to develop and deliver a programme of successful wellbeing events and activities, helping to combat loneliness, social isolation and respond to a wide range of health needs. We identified 5 shelter schemes which have the right facilities, the layout and the potential to develop into wellbeing centres, serving older people in the surrounding community, but also supporting activities in our remaining 5 schemes. We have made considerable progress in the development of this new service. And at the same time, we've been consulting with our tenants on a transfer of the ownership of their properties from Gloucester City Council to Gloucester City Homes. Whilst this has been a very sensitive period and has slowed progress up slightly, now that we have the successful vote, we are moving ahead full guns blazing and are very excited about what the future holds in terms of developing this service and providing something very special for our communities, for our tenants and our local residents.